Hey, good morning, Freakum Seekers. It's Monday, and that means it's time for another episode of Coffee and Cash. Guys, you're going to notice I've got another guest with me. I'm still here in Barcelona. This is Scottie Goodman, right? Scottie Goodman.
That's me.
He's from Premier Vitality, and he's an expert. He's been in the industry for a while. So I wanted to bring him on and talk about not only an offer that he has been working on, but also a little bit about the industry and maybe just give us some advice. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead. We're going to jump into some offers that we think you should be promoting. Today's episode is going to be all about native ads, right? So the 4 offers we're going to talk about run really well on native. They're going to run on some other platforms as well, but specifically today, native. So the first offer we wanted to talk about was Smart Blood Sugar. It's a great VSL. It's a very, I would say, like scientific, medical style VSL. And so Dr. Marlene Merritt is her name, and she's sort of like an expert. She does a couple of different health offers where she's sort of like the face of. And so she's the face of this offer. It's been running since 2014.
Oh, it's a long time.
It's a long time for
That's
an
a
offer.
long time.
Right. And usually there's I think there's 2 types of offers that run. There's ones that are either like fast cash grabs. They're a little bit more aggressive. And then there's the sort of more branded scientific. And this is that. It's still converting. What is that now? 8 years later, still getting sales. AOV, $105, 80% commission. Make sure you check it out. We're going to have some show notes here with it. It's a good one. Next one, Sonus Complete. It's a tinnitus offer, right? And tinnitus is when like your ears are ringing. And so this is a condition that some people have. You can imagine how intense it would be. It's got a great VSL that sort of grabs you real quick if you're somebody suffering from tinnitus and really highlights the stress and anxiety. And one of the cool things about direct response, right, is that you're not so much selling a product as you are selling a solution, right? And products sell cheap, solutions cost money. And this offer it's really talking to the solution of the pain that they're feeling. And so it's got an AOV, $245, 65% commission. Check it out. Third offer for you, SynoGut. And SynoGut is for people that are suffering from stomach issues, different problems that they have there. It's a great offer. Like we said, it converts well on native, also does well on other platforms. The story that's written here is done by a copywriter who's done over 9 figures in sales, right? 9 figures. So that's like hundreds of millions of dollars. And so it's legit. 206 AOV. Commission 65%.
Who's that copywriter?
That's
Is that the secret?
That's the secret, right? And it's really funny with offers. A lot of times, sometimes they'll say who the copywriter is.
Yeah.
Other times they keep it secret because they have this connection that they don't want people to know who they're reaching out to because they don't want to be copied. It's very, I know the industry is funny. Is some people you talk to are open books, right?
Yeah.
Other people, they want every secret they have. They won't tell you anything about it. And so
I do all our copy.
We're keeping that one under our wraps. So this next offer, Blood Sugar Blaster, is actually Scottie's offer, Premier Vitality. And so rather than me talking about it, Scottie, you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about the offer, maybe how it started, your inspiration, what you guys are doing now? Yeah,
it's an all-natural blood sugar support supplement. It's been around for about 2 years now. It got conceived because we had a blood sugar support ebook and a whole protocol. And it was an upsell originally, and it did so well and got such great results for the customers that were buying the ebooks that we decided, let's spin this off on its own standalone product. And so we did that about 2 years ago, and it's just been gangbusters since then. It's, I'd say, the highest AOV in the industry when it comes to blood sugar support supplements. It's 240 AOV, converts on email at about 3%. As we're discussing, let's get on the native topic. I know you want to talk about native. It kills it on native. Internally, my brother, who's our partner in the business, he does all the media buying. And by himself, he spends about $200,000 a month just on native. And then obviously we have a bunch of affiliates that run the offer as well, that run it on native. So, and we run it on a plethora of native networks, Power Inbox, Taboola. No, Taboola, sorry, we're not on Taboola. We're on Outbrain. We're on Rev Content. We're on Locker Dome. I go on and on. We're on probably 6+ different native networks that we run the offer on. Has a great funnel on the back end with a neuropathic support supplement. That actually neuropathic support supplement is a standalone product as well. But we're on the subject of this product, so we'll stick with that. So that's it. We've been doing it now with this particular product for 2 years. We're about to actually come out with a new rewrite of the whole sales funnel. Yeah, cool. So that should be ready in a week or two, actually.
Oh, sick.
We just wrapped up the VSL, and now we're just waiting for some small edits. So we're excited for that.
I like that sneak peek, right?
Yeah, a little sneak peek. It's coming out.
That's cool. I know that, like, I've known now Scottie for probably about 18 months now.
Yeah.
It's been great working with you guys. You guys have a great team. You're very supportive. And it's really cool to know that not only some vendors create the product and then don't run any of their own traffic, right? But these guys are actually running it actively on native. We know that it converts on native. We know that it converts, like you said, email. It's a great supplement. And so I'd really highly recommend you check it out, right? In the show notes and our description here, we're going to have a link to the affiliate marketplace so that you can check it out and look at it. Make sure you do that. One of the cool things.
We have an affiliate management team too. So you reach out to us. We set you up all the swipes, all the creatives, any questions you have, what's working, what's not working. So we got full support for all the affiliates out there that need anything.
So one of the things is right, like at the top of every episode, I try to say, like, welcome freedom seekers. And that's a lot of people that are in this industry are freedom seekers, people that want to travel. And right before we started, we were talking a little bit about, like, your journey. Can you tell me a little bit about, like, how you got in the industry, and then maybe a little bit about, like, your current lifestyle, like what you're doing, traveling, things like that?
Yeah. So I started out of university. I went to University of Miami out of university. I started working in TV sales advertising for CBS.
Okay.
And at that time, this is, mind you, about 15 years ago, TV was still the big gorilla of the media, right? Yeah. But there was a trend that I was seeing in the trades and just working in the industry that everything was going digital, slowly but surely. And then it started happening real fast. So I sort of saw the writing on the wall that a lot of the money and just a lot of the advertising industry was going the route of digital. So I came up with a concept to start my own UGC music website, sort of like SoundCloud, before SoundCloud.
Okay.
So I started that, but simultaneously to support it, because it was very tough to make money on UGC platforms at the time, I started becoming a big affiliate selling resale tickets for concerts and sporting events with StubHub. I was actually the number one affiliate for StubHub's affiliate program for about 2 years. And then they cut off their affiliate program. So, I mean, they got so big from their branding on TV. They didn't need you anymore. They didn't need us anymore. Why pay 3-4% to an affiliate for each sale when their brand was so big from their TV and radio that is so top of mind that people would just search StubHub instead of searching resale tickets. They would go direct. So they basically cut it off. So I had to basically redirect and regroup. At that point, what am I going to do? I got to figure out what type of travel I'm on. So from there, around 2010, 11, somewhere around that time frame, I transitioned into EDU. At that time, EDU was really big, education, and it was all lead gen. I was just generating leads for different EDU institutes. And did that off and on with the music website simultaneously for about 5-6 years. Sold the music website. And I got my brother in the industry back in 2009, 10, around that time. He was in it. We never worked together. And then, I mentioned, hey, one of these days we have to work together. And he came up with an idea, which was the blood sugar protocol ebooks. And we started that in 2017, I think, somewhere around there, maybe 18. And since then, it's just been strictly in direct response, specifically focusing on health and nutrition. Yeah. So like most of the people watching this are affiliates. Yeah. Right. But that's our background. Right. We're affiliates. That's the normal life cycle is people start out as affiliates and then eventually at some point say, hey, I want to try to run an offer. What advice would you give somebody who's an affiliate and wants to make that transition to being an offer owner? I'd say, first have some success as an affiliate. Focus on a niche that you're good at and just master it. And once you feel comfortable in that niche, you've got the right connections, you know what works, what doesn't work. You get a whole sense of the whole broad aspect of that particular industry. Roll with it. go with your own product. Do a lot of research. It's easy to launch a product nowadays, especially if you're in the Nutra space, because there's on demand. You don't have to purchase tens of thousands of dollars of product.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier.
Oh, it makes it so much easier. Yeah, you could get programmers, or you don't even need a program. You get ClickFunnels, sign up for $200-300 a month, build out your funnels on your own, and you're basically off and running. And you know, you have friends in the industry, they could test it for you on their list. That costs nothing. If you have a little bit of budget, you could do some paid traffic. It's tough nowadays to do paid traffic on a small budget. So, you know, if you have affiliates that you know that could run it and test it for you, that's the best bet. But you know, you can launch a product in the health space for less than $5,000 if you really want to go on a tight budget.
And then you just start learning and testing and trying and improving until you master it.
And copywriting, you know, if you have a skill at that, you could do it on your own. You could hire someone. There's a lot of hungry copywriters out there that'll jump on board and at times do it for royalties, right? A lot of copywriters prefer that if they believe in the offer and the product, as opposed to just taking a big fee up front, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. They'll do it at no cost or small cost, and then take a percentage of the sales.
And I think that it's important to think about that when you're starting out, a lot of times you have this scarcity mindset where it's like, I need to keep everything. I need to have control of this. I need to have all the money. And so you don't want to give up a percentage as much. But sometimes if you're just starting out, right, you can do future offers later on that are, hey, I'm just going to pay $10,000 for a DSL.
And keep all the equity.
But just getting going is important. And so maybe structuring a deal with a copywriter where it is, I'm not paying you very much, but you have this whole upside opportunity with the percentage is a great way just to get started on a budget and get your feet wet.
100%. And if you got a product that has some value and you show that you know the industry and it looks like there's some promise for success, a copywriter will jump on board. Of course.
That's super cool.
Obviously, you don't got a good product. You sort of don't know what you're doing. You're dabbling in the water. You're not 100% committed. It's going to be a lot tougher to convince someone to come in for royalties, equity, whichever term you want to use for it.
And finding that person can be a little bit difficult at times, but that's the reason it's important to come to events like Affiliate World so you can network, right? You can go to events, find spots where copywriters are, right? And just hang out with people until you find somebody you click with and you talk to enough people, you knock on enough doors and it can work. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show, Scottie.
Anytime.
We appreciate it. Make sure you check out his offer, the other offers that we were talking about today. Make sure you like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Every single Monday morning, we're coming at you with some of the best offers that you need to be promoting and hopefully some great education that can not only teach you things, but inspire you. Remember, until next Monday, open minds, open hearts, open wallets.
Bye-bye.